Today on Two Expats Wtf, Bogdan wants to visit some of his relatives. I get punched in the nose. Bogdan wants to know how I lost my virginity, which is a bit weird if you ask me. Not the way I lost it, the fact that he's interested in it. I try to stay positive and fuck it up instantly. Bill Gates implants a chip in Bogdan's dick. And as usual, we advertise huge companies who don't really know we exist. All this and more. Stay tuned. Two Expats. What the fuck? Your spiritual guide through Expatia. Disclaimer. In traces it may contain serious conversation. And hello Bogdan, how are you this beautiful week?
Hey Zoli, I'm really fine. The sun is shining, the weather is beautiful here in Sweden right now. It's like 20 something degrees, 23 I think it was once. Oh my god, 23 degrees!
Summer is finally here.
Yeah, summer, yeah, at least the feeling, yeah. And with summer, usually what happens with summer and expats?
Summer vacations and visiting home.
Oh shit.
You're
Visiting
dreading it as much as I am.
home. I'm partly actually waiting for it. I can't wait to see my friends again and meet my friends that are back in Romania. And of course, some of my relatives, maybe not all of them.
Don't let them know this.
Yeah. So, but I do think this is gonna be great now that we'll soon be able to travel a bit more freely.
It's been 2 years since I last visited Romania.
How does that feel?
Weird, you know. I can't wait to go back and visit friends and family, but at the same time I'm a bit scared of it.
I don't miss it. I don't
Yeah,
miss
me
it
neither,
at all,
but
man.
that's why I'm
Which
scared.
is so
you know?
weird. Yeah, no, it's so weird because the feeling of really wanting to go back to see your friends and family and so on is an angsty feeling. You know, you feel kind of anxious, but then again, you're like, yeah, do I really have to fucking travel so long and waste my time and shit? But it's gonna be nice.
Some of us choose a country that's not so far away, so the travel isn't that bad. But still, the whole experience of being in Romania is weird, man. I sometimes wish that why can't we do it the other way around? That they'll just visit me,
Yeah.
you know? And
Yeah, I know. I think what Zoli is trying to say is that today we are going to try to talk a bit about reverse culture shock. Everybody knows what culture shock is, right? When two cultures clash and
you're shocked by it.
and you're shocked by it. Ooh, shocking. And it usually happens to expats that move to a different country, and you feel all the differences between societies, between your old society that you've been living in your whole life and the new one that's supposed to be your new life. And then again, you find at the other spectrum, once you get used to living in your expat home and the expat foster country, right? You get the other side of the coin when you go back to visiting friends and family to your homeland. You get the reverse shock, right? The reverse
Exactly. It's inevitable to experience the reverse culture shock, which is, dare I say, worse than the normal culture shock. It hits you harder, you know. It's
Why?
It's a gut shot. For me, at least, it was. I was, whoa, fuck, what's going on, you know?
Yeah, weird, right?
Exactly. And the weirdest thing is that I had a reverse culture shock not after living abroad.
Yeah.
I had a reverse culture shock after a week of vacation abroad.
Yeah. I know.
That sucked. You know, that was like, fuck me. Am I this out of touch with where I grew up, or am I so alien in Romania that after a week it was weird what was going on there?
I think I think you and I are quite similar in this because I think we were both looking for something else that we didn't get in Romania. So that's why probably the biggest reasons why we moved from Romania is actually the society and the culture in Romania, and that I think that is the fact that makes it a bit easier for you to integrate in your new society, and a bit harder to go back visiting. Because the thing is, when you move to a new country, you kind of expect it. You kind of expect it to be different. You kind of you're eager to see how people are different, how societies are different. But when you go back to your home country, right, where you've lived whole of your life, right, 30 years, some maybe lived 40, 50, 20, I don't know, different for everybody, right? But when you go back there after this like short period of time that you've been away, you don't expect it. You'd expect to fit right back in, right?
Yeah, to feel at home, to be in your element, so to speak.
Yeah.
But still, it's... Let me just tell you my experience, my first experience with reverse culture shock. Ooh, I was visiting you guys.
Your virginity.
Yeah, exactly.
You were a virgin.
I was visiting you guys in Sweden.
How was it, Solly? No, please tell me.
Well,
how was it? No, come on.
Wasn't exactly how I imagined it.
I think everybody can say that, right? Most of us, anyway.
Yeah, that's a pretty universal statement there. I was visiting you guys for a week, and you just dropped us off at the airport, and we had to fly home.
Yeah.
And I went to the terminal where we should have taken off, and you will say that I'm a snob or I'm an idiot, but this is what happened, so I'll just relate it as it happened. I forgot which terminal it was. You know, I think 17 or 19 or something of that nature. And I don't know how can I say this not sounding like an asshole. Yeah. But without knowing the terminal, I just went after sound. You know?
Yeah. Yeah.
After
the sound
loudness,
of Romania.
the obnoxious shouting without a reason, you know, being in your face without any reason, rhyme or reason.
And the smoke.
Normally,
and people smoking in their smoking booths, right?
Yeah, exactly.
Where's a smoking booth? There's lots of Romanians. That's clear.
And I found it without knowing the number, and I was okay. This is it. And this is where my reverse culture shock hit me in the guts and punched me in the nose. That I went into another waiting room until the plane arrived. I wasn't comfortable there. I know it's fucked up, but
guy.
This is what happened, man. I just went into an empty waiting room. I was sitting there and I was like, hey, I'll hear it when the plane arrives. They'll say it, and then I'll just go in.
Yeah.
But I couldn't. Exactly, I couldn't stay in the same terminal as my co-nationals, and that's the exact moment I realized that okay, I need to move.
Yeah. That's interesting. It's quite nice to hear, actually, because one thing I do remember, because we moved a few, what was it, a couple of years before you, right? 2 years, 2 years,
2 or
before
3,
you guys,
something like that.
2 or
yes.
3 years, and after a while that we've been away, so as expats, I've started hearing all kinds of commentaries, like, oh, that is like, yeah, this is so Swedish of you. Yeah, like you've changed so much. Like, can't you fucking remember how you used to be? What is this? This is a fucking snob and shit.
Yeah, exactly.
I was like, yeah, I do understand that.
And you heard this from me.
From most of the people in Romania, actually, because I was changing. I was in a process of changing and adapting to the new society, which was quite foreign to the Romanian one, right? And everybody was starting to comment, "Oh, that's like, yeah, what the fuck? That's stupid. Or why you like this? Why you like this?" I mean, it's quite interesting to see. But now, seeing that you guys have somehow been through the same thing without knowing it, that you've changed and can't really stand the same kind of attitudes and mindsets that your home country has. It's weird, but it's nice at the same time. It means we've evolved. It means we're getting there.
Yeah. Can I say this? I never really enjoyed the attitude and the atmosphere in Romania, because it was very, how should I put this, Italiano vero. It was very Balkanic, it was very Italian, very very eventful and so on. And me as a person, my whole family, I could say, is extremely Germanic or extremely closed off or laid back. Isolated. Yeah, it's not so Italian.
Yeah.
And I've never felt at home there in this atmosphere, but it really hit home when I went to a country where I was the normal one, and I wasn't the outsider. I wasn't the weird one that doesn't want to shout and doesn't want to get into your face about everything. And it was perfectly acceptable that I was just nodding instead of shouting hello. It was.
Yeah. Yeah, but for example, my first experiences with reverse culture shock, I can't really pinpoint when it was like the first time that I felt it, but every time I go back, I kind of feel it more and more, but not more intense, but I kind of realize it. I kind of internalize.
You observe subtleties of the differences.
I observe it more. Yeah, I kind of feel it more, and I can pinpoint it more now. The more time it passes, the better I'm getting at it, and I'm more accepting of it. But I do remember reverse culture shock. We've talked about this actually from my point of view a bit in one of the episodes where you told everybody about me bitching about that you were driving so stressed. Why can't you just fucking why are you stressed, Sonny? Calm down. Oh, I mean, I do understand. And then that was one of my reverse culture shocks, quite big one, because it has that time. It had been quite like 6 months, a year maybe, since the last time I've been to Romania, and being used to this new home of mine, I kind of forgot how it used to be. But it's cool. I like it now because I feel like I've grown a lot. I've grown to love parts of my old culture and parts of the new one that I live in. Some parts from the culture you're living in, actually. I kind of feel like in my mind I'm kind of creating a perfect world, a utopia. It's fucked up.
Mixing Romania with Sweden and Germany, or?
Well, that sounds interesting.
That sounds scary, man.
Yeah.
Yeah, but still,
cheers to that.
Talking about reverse culture shock, let's talk about the positive sides. What impressed you? What was positive? What do you miss in Sweden about Romanian culture?
I've actually thought about this a couple of times, because I've gotten some comments that you've forgotten how it is to be Romanian, or you've forgotten how it is to live here. No, I haven't. I just can't really accept it anymore in the same manner, in the same way, in the same measures. But there are things that I do miss. Being spontaneous, being able to be spontaneous. That is awesome. But unfortunately, in Romania, it's kind of extreme. You're always spontaneous because we talked about this. You cannot fucking plan. You kind of have to be spontaneous. But now I do feel sometimes the need to be spontaneous. I do feel like the need to call a friend and tell them, hey, you're home, I'm outside. Let's grab a beer or something.
You did that with us. You were already in Sweden.
I know.
You called us from the road and said, hey guys, I'm coming and staying at your place for about a month and a half.
Yeah.
I said, okay, when do you arrive? In 3 hours.
Yeah, I know. It's weird. I used to be a very spontaneous person. If you remember, before moving to Sweden, and even after, no, just before moving to Sweden, when my wife was at the language course, we've spent a lot of time together those 6 months, and we used to go driving just spontaneously. Oh, what are we gonna do today? Oh, we have some dog training, and then we have some other activities. We have to do that, pay that shit. Okay, it's 6 o'clock. What do we do now? And we just like up and went, got in the car.
Got into the car and
yeah, and just
we didn't
drove
know where
whatever.
Drive.
You know,
yeah,
it was fucking nice. I missed that. Being able to be spontaneous with friends, because I am able to be spontaneous by myself, of course, but that's not as fun as with friends. So that's one thing.
What I really miss from Romania is that people there are extremely result oriented, and they do not care about the process, they care about the result. And I see that here, that sometimes Germans are too set in their ways, you know, that this is how it's done, this is how it has been done for ages and generations and so on. And I just suggest another path or another way that might be a bit shorter, or might be a bit easier, or might be more interesting. And no, this is how it's done, this is how it has been done for generations, you know. And they're just like robots, you know. It's no, you have to do it like this. It's one extreme example of this is I was in Switzerland for holiday, and I just destroyed one of my rims on my car. It was beyond repair, and I needed one freaking rim to get home, and I would have bought 4 other rims, or would have repaired it, or whatever.
Right.
But in Switzerland, people are like in Germany, or even worse, and they said that no, that can be done. You need to buy 4 rims. But I said, but only one is fucked up. I need only one. Give me one. No.
Give me the one.
That is impossible. You need all 4. And I said, okay, how much would all 4 cost? And because I have a BMW, which is a fancy car in Switzerland, they said that it's about 1,200 euros for 4 rims.
Which is not that much if you think about it, but you weren't prepared to fucking just throw it away.
I don't want 4 new rims. I want to go home, get home, and repair my damaged rim.
Or buy something cool that you want to buy.
Exactly.
Not something
that I like.
Obligated, right?
For half the price.
Or something like that, yeah. I know. But I wanted to point out something there, because I think I see it a bit differently. I see it as, I do feel like in Sweden it's kind of a similar thing as in Germany, right? Where people are very set on in their ways. Oh, it's been like this for 90 years. I'm not gonna move this calculator from here because this sat here for 90 years, and look how far we have gone. I am the Swedish, I make good. Okay, yes, I do get that shit, but can we just make it better? Never mind. I do feel somehow the rigidity of the culture, but that's mostly in the countryside, I would dare to say, because they're quite innovative, they're quite like open to new things in general, but in the countryside it's different. But where I was going was that in my mind I would dare to create a combination, a kind of a balance between the Romanian part, where it's chaotic and it stimulates new and creative thinking, because you have to, otherwise you'll fucking die. You know.
Exactly.
You'll
you
go under
to survive. Yeah,
you need it to create new, to make the new, bring out the novelties and make it great. But in all these developed countries where everything has worked so fine since a long time now, I would definitely love to see a combination of these two parts. Yeah. So I don't know. It's weird, but there are good. I think we as expats, all of us, you that are listening out there and are an expat, I think we benefit a lot, and we grow a lot from having this two different backgrounds, having two different experiences or more. Some people have been expats whole their life, the whole of, oh my god, can't speak English now. But anyway, they've been in like 40, 50 years in maybe 10 different countries, 20 different countries, I don't know. Those people, I do believe, that have the broadest and most open-minded, thought processes, and
they have a better
lives.
Perspective on things.
Yeah, of course.
No,
Interesting.
I do believe that as well.
What can you do? I have a question. I was thinking about it. What can you do about culture shock? Is there something you should do about culture shock, or is it just take it in, accept it, or what do you think?
For me personally, I think I should be more accepting of things that are not as I've gotten used to, because I tend to think and overthink things, and it drives me crazy. I should just accept it, just go with the flow.
Yeah.
Learn from the Romanians,
Weirdly, you've been living there for like 30 something years, and now you're talking about learning from them, because when you were there you were like, fuck this shit, I don't like this shit. Interesting. I think perspective is quite cool, having the ability to see from both sides, from both sides of the fence. That's cool. I think you get to widen your views.
What was another huge shock for me, and dare I say saddened me, is how in Romania pensioners had an outlook on life.
Oh shit.
They were just awaiting death.
Yeah, I know.
It was freaking horrible. Because after a while you get used to the pensioners here in Germany, that they have caravans and they visit and they travel and they go to Sweden with the caravan and the bicycle and the car and the motorcycle and everything attached to the caravan. The German way.
Yeah.
And you get used to this picture in a couple of years. I've lived here in Germany, and I went home and I see these old, sun-dried, like, I don't know, almost dying pensioners who are
they kind of give up.
bitter, who are angry all the time, and their only goal in life is to die.
I kind of have a similar kind of a thing, actually, because unfortunately, my mother or my mother-in-law or even my father, which is weird, they're not... In the end, they're not that old, right? They're 60-something years old. Is that really old in the end? But anyway.
It shouldn't be, but in Romania it is.
But I see like this difference. They actually say it. Oh, whatever. If something happens, they're like, oh, whatever. I'm just gonna wait here and die by myself. And I'm like, why? Nobody is trying to force you into it. I do understand that there are systematic issues from the way that the government has managed the caring for the elderly, for the pensioners, for the retired. It's not really a good system. It doesn't stimulate them to do anything, or doesn't give them the opportunity to do anything, since their pensions are really low. But then again, that doesn't mean that they have to stop. I see here in Sweden, I have a neighbor. The neighbor just on the opposite side of the street from my house. I think she's 80-something years old. She looks better than my mom. She moves better than my mom. She has a lot of activities, like lots of things. She's doing more shit than I'm doing, and I'm like, woman, you're fucking 80. How the fuck do you keep this up? She's meeting up with friends. She's going on a bicycle shopping, or she's going to some, I don't know, whatever event, or I don't know. It just feels like she has things going on. And she's 80 something. And I'm like, I do understand that the system gives her the opportunity to do that, since she has a bit of a better pension, although if you compare it to Swedish income, they're on the bottom of the, food chain, if you say so. Unfortunately, here also, but somehow they stopped having they didn't get to this kind of a mentality where they are just waiting to die. They are somehow, most of them, I think, have worked their whole lives and just wait to relax, to finally fuck off and do whatever the fuck I want, you know?
And afterwards, they still have the energy to do it. They still have the vitality and the will to live. I just tell you, hey, okay, 1 second, do it. Cheers.
Cheers, man.
I just tell a story because I was fucking shocked when I saw that. We went shopping and Imola just ran into a store because we forgot something and I remained in the car. And on the other side of the street, there was an Audi RS4. A tuned Audi RS4, which is a fucking awesome car. It's really nice. And it was parked on the sidewalk. And the first thing I noticed was, oh fuck, someone tries to walk on the sidewalk, they can't really get by this car because it's parked as an asshole. And the next picture I see is an old lady with a walker, you know, just inching towards the car. And I was like, fuck me, the poor old lady can't get around the car and she'll get hit by another car on the road. And I was preparing to get out of my my vehicle and help her, you know, to get around this.
My BMW. Say it. Yeah. Say it with pride.
Exactly. And my BMW parked correctly to help the old lady get around the Audi that was parked as an asshole. And I was getting ready to help the old lady when the boot just came up, just opened in the Audi. The old lady just threw her walker in the tuned Audi RS4, got in and went off with tire spin. Good. I was like, fuck me, I should have filmed this.
Now, you know what? That's a win. I would say that's a fucking win, man. Because unfortunately, it should be the other way around. It should be like the young kids, the 20, 30 years old, you know, those kind of people that should be able to buy these kind of cars and have fun, right? But unfortunately, they don't have the money, they have to work for it and so on. But since you fucking worked 40, 50 years in your life and you're a pensioner, you're retired, why the fuck not? Why the fuck not? So yeah, win. I accept
Enjoy
this
it.
Message, man. I do that. I just congratulate her for the ballsiness. I like that. I like that they don't give up. That's what I'm trying to say. Because I've seen that. It's a common picture in Romania. I don't want to be that. I think, see, one more reason why. One more reasons why you moved. I don't want to be the old man that's waiting to die. I want to be the fucking old man that's getting up in the Audi R8 and tire spinning the shit out of a car in the city center and getting caught by the police and paying fucking fines. I don't give a shit. I'm 65, I'm 70, I'm fucking 80. Do whatever, man.
Yeah, doing a race down with your, what's that, motorized wheelchair or something.
Yeah. Why the fuck not? That's cool.
Oh, by the way, reverse culture shock and, I don't know, old people brings me to hospitals.
Oh shit, come on. You're getting deep,
Fuck
man.
me.
You're going deep.
Yeah, this happened to us recently. I went in for a checkup, you know, in Germany, and for a routine checkup, and everything went smooth without a problem. It was like a dream, you know, like it should function, like things like this should function. And Imola's father had to spend a couple of nights in the hospital, and he said that he's cold and he'd need another blanket because the heat cannot be turned up. Because Romania.
Yeah, because there's no heat.
Exactly. And you know what what shocked me, that they said that they do not have another blanket. A hospital has no spare blankets for sick people.
Yeah, that's unfortunately I don't think that's a culture thing. Unfortunately, I think that's just the economic situation the country is in, which is unfortunate. But then again, you can relate. You can relate you can definitely relate to culture, because the society and the culture in the society has come up to this point where, in the same amount of time, Germany is up there and Romania is down here.
Exactly.
So,
if we were to compare, for instance, politics, German and Romanian politics, German politics is a Volkswagen that works. It's fucking boring because it always works. You don't have to go to the mechanic with it, and if you have to go to the mechanic, then you know that it's for an oil change, because
he's gonna fix it. It's fine.
And he'll tell you in advance that in 5,000 kilometers your left spring will erode, and you'll have to switch it out.
Change it. Yeah.
And you know, and you're prepared for that. In Romania, everything is a fucking surprise. You never know anything.
Yeah. It's like a fucking piñata, you know? You fucking hit it and then you don't know what the fuck is inside.
Hope for the best.
It can be shit, since we're talking about shit. No, I'm sorry. We're not talking about shit, but I was talking about shit a lot last episode, right?
Yeah, you were on a roll, man.
Oh, shit is funny.
And German politics is fucking boring. A party promises you something, they get elected, and they fucking do it, man. They're insane. What the fuck is that about? You know, it's...
That's a fucking, that's a sin, a mortal sin for a politician, man.
They should learn from Romanian politicians.
Oh my god. Yeah. I don't really watch politics in Sweden, for example, because
because you don't have to.
I don't
because
need
nothing ever happens.
I don't need to.
Everything
so
works.
Linear.
It's fucking
so
boring.
Linear,
exactly.
Yeah, exactly. Nothing happens. There's no pulse.
Isn't that how it should be? Honestly, why should I know what the prime minister's job is? I do not fucking care, you know. But
do your job.
Exactly. But in Romania, everyone's a politician, because you need to know that to check up. Is he doing his job? Isn't he doing his job? What's happening?
A check up, but then because he's not doing his job, you have to know what he's supposed to be doing.
And in Romania, in the electoral campaign, that this is a slogan that I stole less than the other guy. You know?
Yeah, thank you. I'll definitely vote for you, man. You're stealing less. That's fucking precious. My precious. Oh my god. No, but yeah, culture shock. Yeah, you could say that, because I think it's kind of a part of politics culture, maybe.
And what is the shock part is when you go home, everyone is talking about politics, and you realize that you're so fucking out of touch with politics that you have no idea what they're talking about.
Yeah, I don't even give a shit right now. Actually, I'm so chill right now. You know what I mean? I've been living for soon to be 6 years. I think it's soon enough. It's gonna be 6 years in Sweden, and I've like gotten used to this really low stress level. Nothing out of the ordinary really happens. Yeah, maybe sometimes, and when small things happen or whatever the fuck happens, you hear about it all the time. And my point was, I kind of feel that in Romania, for example, I was bombarded with all this shit that was happening all the time, but at the same time, I had no fucking idea what was happening. It felt like there was so much happening that you never got you never got to know.
Couldn't grasp the reality. I truly believe that this is a part of deception, you know, to bombard you with so much information that you cannot really see through it.
Yeah, maybe, but the thing is, like, I do believe, like, when we first started following the news, I was like, yeah, okay, interesting. Yeah, the guy that has cows is doing better than last year. interesting news. Okay, good for you, Lars, or Anders, or what's your name? Great, keep it up. I hope you do better next year. But like, I was confused, and now when I see bad news, I actually react really a lot worse than before. Because in Romania, I was kind of immune, you know? I was kind of like numb to it.
You have to be.
Because otherwise it overwhelms you. It takes over your world. It takes over your head. I don't want to go into it, but like you get to be one of those guys that believe in conspiracies and all kinds of shit.
With the tinfoil hat and shouting conspiracy theories on the street.
Yeah, because you see all this shit happening on the news, and then people talking shit, and then you're getting to Bill Gates is putting a fucking chip in my penis. I'm sorry because that got under the hand, man. I'm sorry. Go. Let's go back to normal, boring German politics.
Hey, this happened, I believe, this week in your hometown. Some businessman's Mercedes got blew up. And it was a huge news. It is a huge news nowadays. And one of the I hope I'm not saying anything stupid. Police chief or one minister said that we do not have to fear a terrorist attack because terrorist attacks do not occur in Romania. And
how the fuck
I was
do you
like,
classify a terrorist attack?
No, that's beside the point. We were like, with Imola, we were reading this and we were like, fuck me. Yeah, terrorist attacks do not occur in Romania, but you die in a hospital from a simple appendicitis. And you might die on the sidewalk because someone runs over you. But terrorist attacks do not happen in Romania. You know, it was like, fuck you.
Yeah, I think we have a wrong view of what terrorist attack is, for example.
Yeah, it might be.
The hint is in the fucking word terror. Every fucking action that creates terror, look it up in the dictionary what terror is, and you'll find out. I'm sorry, I'm being a bit of an asshole, but just think about it. I think right now we're just associating terror with, or terrorism with, some kind of Arabic dude blowing up shit. Okay, well, thank you for that, news outlets. But then again, I do believe, for example, that incident is a terror incident, since the whole fucking neighborhood was terrified of the fucking explosion. But
honestly,
anyway,
in Romania, terrified by an explosion, they were running out with their cell phones filming it. They weren't terrified, believe me.
I would fucking be.
Yeah, you're not in Romania.
No, I'm not anymore, but yeah, shit happens.
So let's just summarize today's episode about reverse culture shock.
Yeah.
What would be your final idea?
My final thoughts. My final thoughts. I'm waiting for death. I'm waiting for death to come and take me. My final thoughts. I think it's an interesting journey we've been on. I've been on, at least, from culture shock to reverse culture shock, and then getting to understand and appreciate differences between cultures, and then being a bit of a dreamer and creating my own utopia in my head. I do believe some things are possible. Some things that I believe are possible, but yeah, let's not think about it. So, really short, reverse culture shock is fucked up. It's like a kick in the dick.
Yeah, it
hurts.
I think you characterized it correctly. It's like a kick in the nuts and a punch to the stomach. While you're being dragged behind a tractor.
Yeah, why?
Something like that.
That's the issue, because after you've been kicked in the dick or in the nuts or in the whatever, why? That's the only thing that appears in your head. Why is this fucking happening? Why am I not going back to normal? I mean, normal. all normal. Me living in my home country for 30 years. Why is it not coming all coming back to me? Why does this feel weird? That's the fucking shit.
And you start reevaluating your entire fucking life.
Yeah.
And your life decisions.
And start being a
in
hypocrite.
the prism from... No, but you reevaluate from the prism of living abroad, and you start...
Appreciate. I think that's what you're trying to get. I think I'm trying to appreciate... I've gotten to appreciate my life more. And my friends.
What I've started to appreciate since I've been here is my time. And I realized that my time is precious, unlike at home, and not in a cheesy way that time is money, no bullshit.
Time is not.
My time is
money, but
fucking precious, and I am not tolerant of people wasting my time.
MasterCard. Oh shit! No more commercials.
What?
I'm sorry, man.
How did this come? How did this come
Don't
into
you remember
play?
the fucking?
We just need money from them, or
commercials with the MasterCard commercials that.
Oh
like,
shit! Yeah.
How was it?
I just blanked on this.
Yeah.
Okay. Sorry, I didn't get it.
I can't remember them, but I'm gonna think about it. If you give me 1 second, I'll think about it. Wait, I'll just Google it.
You mean Google will think about it?
MasterCard commercial. Let's see. Priceless. Yeah, exactly. How is it? Priceless. Let's see. Can we find the text maybe? Come on. Let's see. Priceless.
In the meantime, I promise you guys that I will do a compilation of sponsored ads that weren't sponsored in our podcast.
Oh my god. So, it goes like this. There's some things money can't buy. For everything else, there's MasterCard. Oh
Not bad.
Never mind. It's priceless. Let's think about that. Okay, thank you for today, Zoli. This feels really good. I like talking to you. I like that people are getting engaged with us and starting asking questions and sharing their thoughts about the topics
I appreciate
we're
that as well, because in my head, this podcast is still two idiots getting drunk and talking shit. But it seems like people enjoy it. I have no idea why. It might be because there are some more idiots out there beside us.
We like you, idiots. Keep listening.
Yeah, idiots in a good sense, And it wasn't derogative or anything.
No derogation here.
Okay, let's just end it here, because I think we'll lose half our audience if we continue.
Yeah. Thank you for today,
Okay.
and
thank you guys.
We'll be here next time. Hopefully,
with some new interesting topic that we still have to figure out.
What is it? Is it like protein water? Thank you for today. Goodbye.
Bye, guys.